Let's talk about something powerful. Not luck, not talent, not even motivation. Let's talk about discipline, the quiet force behind every great life. You see, the world loves to celebrate results, trophies, success stories, people who made it. But what we don't see, what most people don't want to talk about, is the boring part. The early mornings, the lonely nights, the silent battles no one claps for. That's discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. It's easy to get excited about a goal. Anyone can post a quote. Anyone can talk big, but very few actually follow through. Not for a day, not for a week, but for months, for years, quietly, consistently. That's where real power lives. Maybe you're not the most talented, maybe you weren't born into success. That's okay, because discipline, it levels the field. It makes average people extraordinary. It turns late starters into legends. It builds habits that build futures. Every time you choose discipline, you win. When you get up instead of snoozing the alarm, you win. When you work when you're tired, you win. When you eat right, train hard, stay focused, you win. Every win stacks. Every decision adds up, and eventually the world starts calling you lucky. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was you. Choosing to do the hard thing over and over again. Discipline is also the key to freedom. You might think freedom means doing what you want, but real freedom comes from building a life where your habits serve your goals, where you're not controlled by distractions, laziness, or emotion, but by intention. You want to build confidence? Be disciplined. You want to earn respect? Be disciplined. You want to change your life? Be disciplined. Because the truth is, success isn't owned, it's rented. And rent is due every single day. So ask yourself, who do I want to become? What kind of life do I want to live? And what am I willing to do, even when no one's watching? You won't always feel motivated. That's okay. Motivation is a guest, but discipline, that's family. Discipline doesn't leave when things get tough. It stays. And it makes sure you do too. So be the one who keeps going. Be the one who shows up. Be the one who finishes what they started. That's not just how you reach your goals. That's how you change your life. Every day you are faced with a choice. Remain who you are or grow into who you can become. You weren't born to stay the same. You weren't created to just survive, coast through life, or do what's easy. You were born to become something more, the best version of you. But here's the truth. That version isn't found by chance. It's built, brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. Maybe you've been doubting yourself lately. Maybe the world's been loud, telling you you're not enough, that your dreams are too big, that you're too late or too far behind. But let me remind you, greatness doesn't care where you started. It only cares that you start. Becoming your best self means letting go of excuses, letting go of the need to be perfect before you begin. It means facing discomfort, because growth and comfort never live in the same room. You might fail. In fact, you will fail. That's not something to fear. It's proof that you're trying, reaching, stepping outside the ordinary. Every failure is a crack in the wall between who you are and who you can become. Discipline is your fuel, not motivation, because motivation fades. Discipline stays. When you choose to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, you're already ahead of most. Waking up early when you'd rather sleep, studying when it's hard, practicing when no one's watching, showing up when no one believes in you yet. That's how you build a life that you are proud of. Confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you build by keeping promises to yourself. Every time you say, "I'll do it," and you do, you stack another block of trust in yourself. Soon, you're not questioning if you can. You know you can. High-value people don't chase validation. They create it through how they move, how they speak, and how they treat others. Respect starts inside. When you live with honesty, integrity, and purpose, you start to attract people and opportunities that match that energy. So, what do you really want from this life? Not what others expect of you. Not what looks good online, but what truly burns in your chest when the world is quiet. That goal, that dream, it's waiting for you to grow into it. You may not feel ready, but readiness is a lie. You grow stronger by starting, not by waiting. Look around, the clock is ticking. Every minute wasted is one you don't get back. But here's the good news. It's never too late to begin again. Never too late to become disciplined, to shift your mindset, to choose growth, to become uncommon in a world full of comfort seekers. So today, decide, not for anyone else, not to prove anything, but because you deserve to become the person you were always meant to be. Get up, move with purpose, work with focus, speak with power, because the best version of you is waiting, and it's time to go meet them.